Hey guys, it's been a minute. So in today's video, I want to talk about the top 5 programming languages for 2021. So this might just help you if you want to learn a new programming language and you're not sure what you actually want to learn. So I'll just basically give you a sum of 5 programming languages that I think maybe you should consider learning in case you want to learn a new programming language. So this is basically tailored for beginners or maybe somebody who's intermediate and isn't sure about what programming language they want to learn. So if you want that, then you're in the right place. Just a quick disclaimer, the programming languages are by no means in best to worst or with whatever programming language is first or whichever one's best. No, the languages are basically in an unordered list. So no language is better than the other. So yeah, so without wasting any time, actually let's just hop into the video. Okay, so the first programming language on our list is JavaScript. JavaScript has been voted the most used programming language by professionals for many years now, and still in 2020 it was still voted one of the most used programming languages in 2020. So chances are it will still be voted one of the most used programming languages in 2021 as well. So why not take that opportunity and learn? I'll still give you other pros and cons for learning JavaScript, and one of the pros being JavaScript is very much beginner friendly, and if it's your first time learning programming or anything like that, JavaScript is one of your go-to languages, as there are other much easier to learn programming languages, and I'll include that on the list. It's on the list as well. I'm pretty sure you already know what it is, but yeah, it's on the list. And another benefit about learning JavaScript is that most of the front-end frameworks are actually built using JavaScript. So if you want to become a React developer, then JavaScript is your go-to. If you want to become an Angular developer, JavaScript is your go-to. And then if you want to become a Vue developer as well, JavaScript is your go-to. And then another benefit for learning JavaScript is that the job opportunities for JavaScript are very wide, and there's a lot. You can either be a back-end developer or a front-end developer, and JavaScript caters for both. You can use Node.js for your back-end, and then for your front-end, you have a wide variety of options open for you. Another benefit about JavaScript is that it has a large community behind it. There are a lot of people always rolling out code for JavaScript, and it's just endless supports from other developers as well. Okay, so now let's cover the cons for learning JavaScript. Okay, so the first con is basically a positive and a negative at the same time. So rapid growth. JavaScript is always being developed and things change super fast, which for new developers might be super overwhelming and scary at the same time, because you might learn something right now and then tomorrow it just changed. So that's kind of scary as well. Yeah, so rapid growth, both the positive and the negative at the same time. So for new developers, gets scary. So another con for learning JavaScript is security. Most of your code is basically visible for everyone to see. So for instance, if you write a website right now and I want to go see it, I can literally just go on your website, write inspect, and I can see all of your code. And some new developers, if they don't use the proper practices for security, you find that you put the wrong things on the website, such as your API keys or anything like that. And once I have access to that, I can literally see anything that you have, and I can access your databases or anything like that. So use the proper practices for much better security with your websites, etc. So security, huge con, but all in all, JavaScript is a great programming language to learn. So okay, so number 2 on our list is Python. This one is no surprise. I even made a video about this one, why you should learn it, why you should consider learning it in 2021, but I just thought, let me just include it in the list. But if you want to check out the video, I'll put it somewhere up here or somewhere there, so I don't know where, but yeah. So Python. So Python was voted one of the most wanted programming languages on Stack Overflow for 2020. So chances are it might actually still be voted for one of the most wanted programming languages in 2021 as well. Okay, let me just quickly give you guys the pros and cons for learning Python. One of the pros is that Python is super beginner friendly. It has English-like syntax, but this thing of it being super friendly, it's also a weakness of Python by itself. I'll speak about that just now. Okay, so another pro for learning Python is basically artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. Python is one of the most used programming languages just for this field on its own. So if you want to do anything that has to do with machine learning, data science, or Python, or not Python, or data science, Python is your go-to. Self-driving, facial recognition, or anything like that, Python is your go-to. So another benefit for learning Python is that it can be used for both front-end and back-end work. So for front-end, it has frameworks such as Django and Flask. You can use that. So overall, Python is a great programming language, and it's still going to be used for the foreseeable future. And as time progresses, you're still going to be seeing more of Python down the line. Okay, so now to the cons for learning Python. So I spoke about it being super beginner friendly. About that, its oversimplicity basically is, in its sense, a weakness to itself, because now if you learn Python, you adapting to a new programming language such as Java makes it a little bit more harder and challenging than you going from Java to Python. So its oversimplicity in a sense is basically a weakness by itself. So think about that as well. Another con is that Python isn't very much one of your go-to programming languages for mobile development. There are already a lot of frameworks that are created just for mobile development, such as React Native, Flutter, and all of that stuff, and also native programming languages such as Java and Swift. So for mobile development, Python isn't necessarily your go-to. Number 3 on the list, Java. Java is still being used as a stack for building some of the best enterprise applications out there. So why not put it on the list? So let me just quickly give you guys the pros and the cons for learning Java. So one of the pros about JavaScript is that it is fast. Performance, JavaScript. Okay, so Java. So Java apps are some of the best performing apps out there, outperforming those of dynamically typed programming languages. So which makes it best for building much bigger apps. If you want to scale up your app, Java. Just Java in general. Okay, so another pro about learning Java is that it's best for Android development. So if you want to create any Android apps and touch those billions of people and have them download your app, JavaScript, Java is your go-to for Android development, so it's best for that. And another benefit about learning Java is that it has a large community. Okay, so now for the cons for JavaScript. Not JavaScript, dude. Okay, now for dude, what the hell, dude? Okay, now for the cons for Java. These things are not related, but the fact that there's JavaScript. I've been using JavaScript so much that all I think about is JavaScript. If not Python, obviously, JavaScript. But yeah. Okay, so one of the cons about learning Java is that Java is very old. I'd be surprised, honestly, if Java doesn't have a walking stick right now. Because he's really old. Or is it a she? Who knows? Maybe. Could be. Yeah, but yeah, Java is very old, and because of that, which is why we have Kotlin for that. That's an alternative to Java, although it can be used 100% and fully with just Java. Yeah, like this, together. So another con for learning Java is that Java is a very verbose language. It actually takes a lot to print hello world to your console. Public static, create a class, or whatever, whereas compared to Python and other programming languages, it's basically much easier. So it's a very verbose language. Okay, so number 4 on our list is Kotlin. Yeah, so Kotlin. Kotlin is one of the programming languages that are used for Android development, and because of that, it's growing super fast. However, it can also be used for other things such as server-side, web, and desktop applications. So now with the pros and cons for learning Kotlin. So one of the pros about learning Kotlin is that Kotlin is 100% compatible with Java. So you can use it with Java and have no problems at all. Another pro is that it's modern and easy to learn. Yeah, it's not old. It's brand new. It's brand new. I'm pretty sure we all like the new smell of new stuff, right? So if you want something brand new and fresh, you have Java and you have Kotlin. Choose whichever one you want, so that's up to you. Another pro is that Kotlin is very much easy to learn. Yeah, that basically sums up. So now for the cons for learning Kotlin. One of the cons is that Kotlin has a very small community behind it. As it's still small, but the more it grows, the bigger the community. Yeah, so it's still small, so the more it grows, the more the community is gonna grow. But for now, they all started there, man. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Java started from the bottom, now he's here. So yeah, they all start from the bottom, but yeah, Kotlin's still growing. It's not up there yet, but it's gonna get there. Okay, so number 5 on the list is C#. C# managed to make it into the list, huh? He basically just cut it in. It's pretty close. I would have cut him out though, but he made it in. So C#. So C# is best suited for numerous templates and high-performance programs, since it has many programming functions such as indexes, assembly versioning, and also available integration with Windows and Microsoft's products. So it's also best suited for those that are looking to create computer games. You can use Unity 3D engines for that. There are many things that you can use to create games, but C# is best suited for one of those things. So let's just quickly cover the pros and the cons for learning C#. So one of the pros about learning C# is that it has dynamic variables. And another pro about learning C# is that it has enumeration support as well. So another pro about learning C# is that it supports native resource management idioms as well. So now for the cons for C#, I only have one con, and that is its priority focus is basically Windows. That's the only one I could think of right now. So that sucks. My camera actually switched off and I didn't realize this, and I just kept on talking to the camera and for a very long time, not knowing that the thing was actually off. But if you really like the video though, just don't hesitate to actually just hit the like button down below. But if you did not like the video, then I'd probably suggest watching my other videos, and then maybe you'll like my other videos, but who knows. But yeah, just carry on with your day and have a great day, guys. See you on my next video.